אהלן חברים, זה החלק השני מתוך 2 על היוצר שאני כל כך אוהב, הסינגר-סונגרייטר, הפולקיסט הסקוטי, האיש והכמעט אגדה, אל סטיוארט. בחלק הקודם שמענו שירים מתוך 5 אלבומיו הראשונים, שסגנונם המוזיקלי היה בעיקרו פולק רוק, והתכנים הטקסטואליים עסקו ברובם בווידויים אישיים וחושפניים על חייו הפרטיים, וחלקם, בעיקר באלבומו החמישי, Past Present Future, עסקו בנושאים היסטוריים, ז'אנר שסטיוארט אימץ לעצמו והפך מאוד מזוהה עמו. אולם באלבומו השישי שיצא ב-1976 ונקרא Modern Times, הוא חזר לשירים יותר אישיים סיפוריים. את התקליט הזה הפיק לו מפיק העל אלן פרסונס, ש3 שנים קודם לכן הפיק את Dark Side of the Moon של הפינק פלויד. הנה השיר שפותח אותו ושמו קרול.
Sometimes it seems unimaginable that you were ever any other way. With your white rose face and your open clothes, embroidered jeans and silver chains. You're a well-known face in all the hangout places where the lost souls congregate. You sit all night but you talk too fast. I don't know what you're trying to say. Oh Carol, I think it's time for running for cover. Believe me, you're everyone's and nobody's lover. You got a one-way ticket for all your yesterdays. I know your daddy said he talked to you, but he never really found the time. And your TV mother with the cocktail eyes could never really reach your mind. So you fixed your star to a passing dream and took a cocaine holiday. Now the years flow around you in a muddy stream. You need another place to stay. Oh Carol, I think it's time for running for cover. Believe me, you're everyone's and nobody's lover. You got a one-way ticket for all your yesterdays. Reach down, silvery ship from the stars, and know you're there. I know you'll understand me, you can take me anywhere. I know you must be there. Well, sometimes it seems impossible that the game could get that rough. But the stage is set, the exit's barred, and the makeup won't come off. So you make your bow to the balcony, you light another cigarette, and the lights grow dim as the music starts, and it's easy to forget. Oh, Carol, I think it's time for running for cover. Believe me, you're everyone's and nobody's lover. You got a one-way ticket to all your yesterdays. Reach down, silvery ship from the stars, and know you're there. I know you'll understand me, you can take me anywhere. I know you must be there.
קרול עם הלחן והסגנון המאוד ביטלסי. השיר הזה הפך ללהיט הראשון הגדול של סטיוארט, אבל דווקא האלבום הבא שלו, שיצא גם הוא ב-76 וגם הוא הופק באושר מוזיקלי רב ומדויק של אלן פרסונס, הפך לאלבום הכי מצליח שלו והגיע למקום החמישי במצעד האלבומים האמריקאי. אני מדבר כמובן על האלבום Year of the Cat. אחד מתוך שני השירים של אל סטיוארט שהכי מוכרים לקהל הישראלי, הוא שיר מספר 2 באלבום שנקרא On the Border. הבית הראשון שלו מדבר על תנועת שחרור הבסקים בספרד, והשני על משבר רודזיה.
Boats go out across the evening water, smuggling guns and arms across the Spanish border. The wind whips up the waves aloud, the ghost moon sails among the clouds, turns the rifles into silver on the border. On my wall the colors of the maps are running. From Africa the winds they talk of change is coming. The torches flare up in the night, the hand that sets the farms alight to spread the word to those who are waiting on the border. In the village where I grew up nothing seems the same. Still you never see the change from day to day. No one notices the customs slip away. Late last night the rain was knocking on my window. I moved across the darkened room and in the lamp glow I thought I saw down in the street the spirit of the century, telling us that we're all standing on the border. In the islands where I grew up, nothing seems the same. It's just the patterns that remain, an empty shell. But there's a strangeness in the air you feel too well. Boats go out across the evening water, smuggling guns and arms across the Spanish border. The wind whips up the waves aloud, the ghost moon sails among the clouds, turns the rifles into silver on the border. On the border. On the border. On the border. Nothing that's forced can never be right if it doesn't come naturally, leave it. That's what she said as she turned out the light, and we bent our backs as slaves of the night. She lowered her guard, showed me the scars she got from trying to fight. Say no, you better believe it. Well, I'm up to my neck in the crumbling wreckage of all that I wanted from life. When I looked for respect, all I got was neglect. Though I swallowed the line as a sign of the times. But dealing a jack from the back of the pack, they said, you lose again. Oh, I said, who needs it? jokers who got in my way. And I put on a smile and I tried all the while to be straight. But they just wanted more all the time, and I'm sure that you know what I mean when I say that I'm sick of the touch and there's only so much you can take. While nothing that's real is ever for free, and you just have to pay for it sometime. She said it before, she said it to me. I suppose she believed there was nothing to see but the same old four imaginary walls she built for living inside. I said, oh, you just can't mean it. Of the night, there was nowhere to hide anymore. She was out on a limb, she was reaching for things that you wanted but just couldn't say. And she had to be sure that you wouldn't get caught like before. Well, nothing that's forced can ever be right. If it doesn't come naturally, leave it. That's what she said as she turned out the light. And she may have been wrong, and she may have been right. But I woke with a frost. I noticed she'd lost the veil that covered her eyes. I said, oh, you can leave it.
If It Doesn't Come Naturally Leave It, זה כבר ממש להיט פופ מהסוג האלן פרסונסי, רחוק מאוד מהפולק שאיתו התחיל סטיוארט. על סטיוארט סיפר בראיון שהרבה פעמים יש לו 4 סטים של מילים לכל שיר, ושבאלבום הזה, Year of the Cat, כל המנגינות והתזמור של כל שיר היו מוכנים עוד לפני שהיו שמות לשירים. אחד משירי הבדידות והאהבה שמתממשת בסוף, שאני הכי אוהב, נמצא בתקליט הזה, והוא נקרא ברודווי הוטל. תקשיבו למילים.
You told the man in the Broadway hotel nothing was stranger than being yourself. And he replied with a tear in his eye, love was a roll away, just a cajole away, missed on a summer's day, nothing was clear. Love was a smile away, just a defile away, I sought it every way, no one came near. You asked the man for a room with a view, nothing was said as he stared at his shoe. Then he replied as he gave you the key, love was a roll away, just an unfold away, that's all there is to say, no one came near. Alone in your room you hide as the night rolls by in the street outside, and you feel over the words he said till they turn to rain all around your head. You're seeking a hideaway where the light of day doesn't touch your face, and a door sign keeps the world away behind the shades of your silent days. You made your home in the Broadway Hotel. Room service came at the push of a bell, and the man said as he put down the tray, love was a steal away, just a reveal away. I tried to find a way, nothing was clear. Then as he turned away, you asked the man to stay. He was there all the day, no one came near. To me as though I've been upon the stage before and juggled away the night for the same old crowd. These harlequins you see with me, they too have held the floor, as here once again they strut and they whet their out. I see those half familiar faces in the second row, ghost-like, with the footlights in their eyes. But where or when we met like this last time, I just don't know. It's like a chord that rings and never dies. For infinity, and now these spigots in the wings with all their restless tunes are waiting around for someone to call their names. They walk the backstage corridors and prowl the dressing rooms and vanish to specks of light in the picture frames. But did they move upon the stage 1,000 years ago? In some play in Paris or Madrid? And was I there among them then, in some traveling show? And is it all still locked inside my head? For infinity, some of you are harmony to all the notes I play. Although we may not meet, still you know me well. While others talk in secret keys and transpose all I say, and nothing I do or try can get through the spell. So one more time we'll dim the lights and ring the curtain up and play again like all the times before. But far behind the music, you can almost hear the sounds of laughter like the waves upon the shores of infinity.
One Stage Before, כך קוראים לשיר הנהדר הזה, שמוביל אל הטרק האחרון באלבום, הלא הוא שיר הנושא Year of the Cat, והוא השיר השני שרוב הקהל הישראלי מכיר, כיוון שהשיר הזה הפך ללהיט גדול בכל העולם. השיר הארוך הזה, שאורכו כמעט 7 דקות, מתאר במילותיו איזה סיפור מסתורי על פגישה עם אישה מסתורית באמצע יום שנדמה שנלקח מסרט של אמפרי בוגארט. לאל סטיוארט הייתה המנגינה של השיר, והוא כתב לו 2 סטים של מילים שלא מצאו חן בעיני חברת התקליטים. באותו הזמן הייתה לסטיוארט חברה שקראה ספר של אסטרולוגיה וייטנאמית, והספר היה פתוח במקרה על פרק שנקרא The Year of the Cat. סטיוארט זיהה את הפוטנציאל בשם, ומשם המילים לשיר החלו להתגלגל. לשיר עצמו יש פתיחה מאוד ארוכה ולא אופיינית עם ריף הפסנתר, ויש בו גם סולואים של גיטרה אקוסטית וסקסופון. אז בואו נשמע כבר.
Where they turn back time, you go strolling through the crowd like Peter Laura contemplating a crime. She comes out of the sun in a silk dress, running like a watercolor in the rain. Don't bother asking for explanation, she'll just tell you that she came in the year of the cat.
Give you time for questions as she locks up your arm in hers, and you follow till your sense of which direction completely disappears. By the blue tiled walls near the market stalls, there's a hidden door she leads you to. These days, she says, I feel my life just like a river running through the year of the cat. surely. So you take her to find what's waiting inside the year of the cat. Still with her on the bus and the tourists are gone, and you've thrown away your choice and lost your ticket, so you have to stay on. But the drumbeat strains of the night remain, and the rhythm of the newborn day. You know sometime you're bound to leave her, but for now you're gonna stay in the year of the cat. Year of the cat.
Year of the Cat המופתי. תודו שאין עוד שיר כזה. התקליט הבא של אל סטיוארט שיצא שנתיים אחר כך ב-1978 הוא סוג של תקליט המשך ל-Year of the Cat, וגם אותו הפיק אלן פרסונס. האלבום שגם הוא נכנס לעשירייה הראשונה במצעד האלבומים האמריקאי נקרא Time Passages, מעברי זמן. הנה שיר הנושא הארוך והמאוהר משהו שהפך ללהיט גדול.
the kind to live in the past. The years run too short and the days too fast. The things you lean on are things that don't last. Well, it's just now and then my line gets cast into these time passages. There's something back there that you left behind. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight. Hear the echoes and feel yourself starting to turn. Don't know why you should feel that there's something to learn. It's just a game that you play. Well, the picture is changing now. You're part of a crowd. They're laughing at something when the music's loud. A girl comes towards you, you once used to know. You reach out your hand, but you're all alone in those time passages. I know you're in there, you're just out of sight. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight.
Time Passages, שיר הנושא מאלבומו השמיני של אל סטיוארט. השיר השני שהפך ללהיט גדול מהאלבום הזה נקרא Song on the Radio. אנחנו לא נשמע אותו, ובמקומו נשמע שיר שאני מאוד מאוד אוהב בשם Almost Lucy, על בחורה בשם לוסי שמופיעה במועדונים פה ושם, אבל אף פעם לא נשארת קבוע באף מקום. תקשיבו למילים, הן יפות, עצובות וחכמות.
Lucy worked a different club every day, and though she put her mind to it, her heart was never in it. She stayed around just long enough to get paid. She won't pass the time with you, she can't stay a minute. And all these changing faces never bothered her at all. They just existed like a backdrop or a pattern on the wall. Lucy looks like someone who is waiting for a call. She knows it'll come, but no one else can hear it all. Lucy finds the dressing room and the bar, hangs her clothes up, hopes tonight the contract won't be broken. Well, they kick you round so much when you're not a star, make you play all night just for a pittance or a token. But all these imperfections never bothered her at all. She says it sharpens your perception when your back's against the wall. There's something that enables her to rise above it all, to shrug it off just when it seems to go too far. Hey, 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 I think you almost feel the pain coming on inside. Hey, 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 I think you almost feel it now and you don't know why. You don't know why. Last time that I saw her, she had given up the chase, moved away to California, got a suntan on her face. She says that life was just another time, another space. It's over now, she learned a lot, it's not a waste. Hey, 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 I think you almost feel the pain coming on inside. Hey, 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 I think you almost feel it now and you don't know why. Hey, 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 I think you almost feel yourself reaching out inside. Hey, 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 I think you almost feel it now and you don't know why. You don't know why.
איזה שיר נפלא. האלבום הבא של סטיוארט יצא ב-1980 ונקרא 24 Carats. אלן פרסונס כבר לא המפיק כאן. האלבום נפתח בשיר נהדר ומלהיב בשם Running Man, שככל הנראה מבוסס בצורה חופשית על סיפור בריחתו של יוזף מנגלה, הנאצי, לדרום אמריקה, והתאמותו שם כאזרח חופשי. שימו לב לסולו הגיטרה האקוסטית המעולה באמצע השיר.
the phone hits the receiver, you're halfway to the door. The voice said, get out while you can. There's just 10 minutes, nothing more. Time for only the essentials. Better gather them and run. False name inside the passport, the gold bars and the gun. And once again, they've come out of the past. Unfill your mind, this fool, your heart is beating fast. You've been through it all before. Each time you wish a little more than you could ask. What do you want from me? What do you need from me? There's no rest for the running man. Why can't you let him be? It's a long and twisting journey from the sweeping northern plains to the outcrops of the jungle far beneath the tropic rain. In the customs hall, the officer takes you to one side, and his eyes reveal no feeling as you hand over the bribe. And once again, you've bought a little time, and once again, you're fading out of sight. Still the fox is growing older as he calls over his shoulder to the night. What do you want from me? What do you need from me? No rest for the running man. Why can't you let him be? Here, come over here. Beneath the sympathetic moon, we'll sit and talk over old times without fear. Another beer from the cafes of the night. The tumbling rhythms of guitars ring loud and clear. You always got away. What it is that keeps you just that step ahead, no one can say. In one last wave, the agents of the dawn break down the door of a house where you were standing, maybe just an hour before. Still the thread continues to unwind. You take the hidden roads that only you can find, and should they come upon your tracks, there's just a question hanging back you left behind. What do you want from me? What do you need from me? No rest for the running man. Why can't you let him be? What do you want from me? What do you need from me? And I think of you now as a dream that I had long ago, in a kingdom lost to time. In the forest of evening the archer is bending a bow, and I see you bring him bread and wine. their will. And the memories fade of the ancients and all that they had, though the magic lingers around you still. Oh, who would walk the stony roads of Merlin's time and keep the watch along the borderline? And who would hear the legends passed in song and rhyme upon the shepherd pipes of Merlin's time?
מרלינ's Time, כך נקרא השיר האקוסטי הזה שאני מאוד אוהב, שלא מספר דווקא על מרלין הקוסם מחצרו של המלך ארתור, אלא על לוחם ומשורר סקוטי בשם מרלין. נו טוב, זה לא כזה אכפת לי כל עוד השיר כל כך יפה. סטיוארט לקח הפסקה של 4 שנים, שבה הופיע ברחבי העולם ויצר את האלבום הבא שלו, אלבום מאוד פוליטי. הוא נקרא Russians and Americans, והוא יצא ב-1984. הפעם, במקום להתמקד באירועי עבר היסטוריים, סטיוארט שם את הפוקוס על המלחמה הקרה בין ארצות הברית ורוסיה. הנה שיר הנושא.
So here we stand at the edge of 1984, bracing ourselves once again for the storm approaching us, those who long before huddled in caves from the rain. The enemy's face is so hard to see. Sometimes it seems that I see him in you, sometimes in me. Who can he be? No use consulting the prophets and leaders, they all disagree. Russians and Americans, here's a song for you who carry the weight of the world on your heads. Russians and Americans, tell me if it's true, you really believe all the things that you've said. The red, white and blue running into the red. From the wars of Europe, the Pilgrim Fathers set off with their hopes and their bond. Some settled down by the coast, others crossed the mountains and into the flatlands beyond. From scramble and dust of Muscovite streets, merchants developed the trade routes and opened the door to the east. Pioneer ways, chilled by the cold breath of winter, or baked by the heat of the day. Russians and Americans, passing through the fire of revolution and coming of age. Russians and Americans, driven by desire, 2 players pushed to the front of the stage. The whole world now watches each move that you make. Two runners caught in the thrill of the race. The finishing line is as far as the stars that the satellites chase. Why quicken the pace? Why does it seem that you choose to lose reason before losing face? Russians and Americans, driven by the past, the third world moves in the shadows you cast. Russians and Americans could turn the world to dust. So much to live for, so much undiscussed, so much in common and so little trust. From the streets of Athens and Rome, the voices still echo to crumbling walls.
Look to the past and remember no empire rises that sooner or later won't fall. Forever the changes we still have to face. Some people say that a country is more an idea than a place. Though nothing is safe, we still choose the mark that we leave on the open canvas of space. Russians and Americans, maybe you should see into the heart of the world, not its head. Russians and Americans, if you want to be the feet of the world, better mind where you tread. The footprints of history are left where you step. So here we stand at the edge of 1984. Late at night, when reality's failing and nothing is prevailing but the wind, I come to you. Out of sight, like a fugitive trailing across a barren land, you let me in. You always do. My reason is caught by a sudden gust of lateral thought that sweeps me far beyond. It's the opium of the night, and the ocean of words that we throw in the air grow more absurd and nobody seems to care. It's a refugee's respite, cafe society. Late at night, while the city lies sleeping and solitude is keeping me awake, I think of you. Dim your light. Oh, I want to sink deep in the river of oblivion you make. I need it too. Let me check in my mind with my coat at the door, 'cause I wanna go blind where I've never been before. Some inviting dark ravine, if the hand that you hold in the dead of the night is a little too cold, the body seems just right. It's a Toulouse-Lautrec scene, cafe society.
קפה סוסייטי, שיר נוסף מאלבום Russians and Americans. 4 שנים אחר כך, ב-1988, התמסר אל סטיוארט לפופ האלקטרוני, כמו רבים מהיוצרים של שנות ה-70, והוציא את אלבומו ה-11, Last Day of the Century.
From When I first saw your trespasser, you wandered uninvited to your door. He seemed to know his way around, although I'd never seen his face before. Pausing for a moment underneath your window ledge, he turned around to see the shadow of sundial on the hedge. There was a tightness in his face, as though he were on edge. I don't know why. You see him in your dreams. You see him in your dreams. You see him in your dreams. But I seem to see him all the time. You said if there's a trespasser, there must be a footprint or a sign. And what would he be looking for? There's nothing here for anyone to find. While you tried to say it couldn't be, I realized that you could feel no sense of danger, and you didn't seem surprised. I got the feeling that you knew more than you said, but felt advised to keep it in. You see him in your dreams. You see him in your dreams. You see him in your dreams. But I seem to see him all the time. Trespasser go wandering alone. Sometimes he's standing by flowers or melting in the stone. And even when I cannot see him, I can feel it in my bones that he's still there. You see him in your dreams. You see him in your dreams. You see him in your dreams. But I seem to see him all the time. You see him in your dreams. You see him in your dreams. But I seem to see him all the time.
אז קודם שמענו את שיר הנושא מהאלבום Last Days of the Century, ואחר כך את השיר Trespasser, כבר מהאלבום הבא שנקרא Famous Last Words. באלבומו הבא, ה-13 במספר שיצא ב-1995, אלבום מעולה שאני מאוד אוהב, חוזר על סטיוארט מבחינה מוזיקלית אל הסגנון הפולקי שאפיין אותו בתחילת הדרך, ואל האירועים ההיסטוריים שהוא כל כך אוהב לכתוב ולשיר עליהם. האלבום נקרא Between the Wars, כשהכוונה היא כמובן לתקופת הזמן בין שתי מלחמות העולם. הוא נפתח עם השיר הרכבתי הנהדר Night Train to Munich, שיש בו עבודת גיטרות אקוסטיות מרהיבה.
me at the station underneath the clock. Carry an umbrella, no need to talk. The man in the humbug hiding in the fog will be watching. Get yourself a ticket, go through the gate at 7:45 precisely, don't be late. If anybody follows, don't hesitate, keep on walking. And take the night train to Munich, rumbling down the track. After half an hour in the restaurant car, look for the conductor and there will be a stain on his tunic, a paper underneath his arm. Then you gotta pray that he doesn't look away, or you'll never, never, never come back. When you get the paper, take a look inside. On page 27 there's a photo of a bride. Underneath the story of a man who died in Morocco. Memorize the article word for word. The man in the hammock understands the code. Make sure the conversation isn't overheard around you. Upon that night train to Munich, rumbling down the track. After half an hour in the restaurant car, look for the conductor and there will be a stain on his tunic, a paper underneath his arm. Then you gotta pray that it doesn't look away, or you'll never, never, never come back. Ask if there was anybody else, but I know you got the knack of taking care of yourself. They don't know your face, so there won't be anyone looking for you. When you get to Munich, we'll be waiting in the car. Don't look around, just walk straight out. If you don't show, I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. Upon that night train to Munich, rumbling down the track. After half an hour in the restaurant car, look for the conductor and there will be a stain on his tunic, a paper underneath his arm. Then you gotta pray that he doesn't look away, or you'll never, never, never come back. I feel like Dorothy Parker. Today I've got the critical eye. Paint my world just a little bit darker. I don't even have to try. Everyone seems a little bit desperate. They're all so witty but over the edge. Don't know why they try to impress you with one foot on the window ledge. That's just the way they play it. That's just the way they are. up a line and say it. I'll see you all later down at the bar. Don't try to understand it, it won't get you very far. Even the great pretender is really as naked as Hedy Lamarr. Today I feel like Dorothy Parker. Today I'm up here walking the floor. The light inside my head getting darker. Gonna leave this town for sure. One block down and another block over, there's a place that'll make you a drink. The night is hot, I believe that I'll go there. A password will get you in. Play a song by Hoagie Carmichael, play that horn like Beiderbecke too. A glass or two of something you like, oh, separate you from those blues. Life is a constant party, swung to a shot of jazz. Even the broken hearted can steal a feel of the rise and the taz. This is the age of rhythm, these are the dancing years. Jump through the mirror with them, New York has no time for your tears. Today I feel like Dorothy Parker, today I've got the critical eye. Paint my world just a little bit darker, don't even have to try.
The Age of Rhythm, כך נקרא השיר היפהפה הזה, והנה השיר לינדי קאם טו טאון על צ'ארלס לינדברג והטיסה המפורסמת שלו.
Lindy flew his plane across the dark Atlantic, put it down near Paris and the crowds went frantic. They raced across the field just to touch the wings and wheels, reached inside the cockpit just to see if he was real. Back in New York City, people watched and waited. The news came down the wire and they celebrated. And in that time so brief, it was everyone's belief the world had grown up bigger than a pocket handkerchief. When Lindy comes to town and all the bands are playing, Lindy comes to town and all the flags are waving, Mr. Coolidge, he will say, it's a public holiday. You can see them ride down Wall Street in a ticker tape parade. I want to be there in that crowd upon that bright, bright morning. I can tell the world I saw a new day dawning, with my baby by my side and upon that human tide. I want to be right there when Lindy comes to town. I want to be right there when Lindy comes to town. Every day is better than the day before it. If I see a rain cloud, then I just ignore it. Everybody says it'll get much better yet. It's 1927 and my whole life lies ahead. Gonna get myself a car and find a place to park it. Get a little cash and put it in the market. And on my wedding day I will turn around and say, there never was a better time than this one anyway. When Lindy comes to town and all the bands are playing, Lindy comes to town and all the flags are waving, Mr. Coolidge, he will say, it's a public holiday. You can see them right down Wall Street in a ticker tape parade. I wanna be there in that crowd upon that bright, bright morning. I can tell the world I saw a new day dawning. With my baby by my side and among that human tide, I wanna be right there when Lindy comes to town. I wanna be right there when Lindy comes to town.
לינדי Come to Town מתוך האלבום Between the Wars. משנת 2000 עד 2008 הוציא על סטיוארט 3 אלבומים. נשמע את השיר Show of Shaz מתוך אלבומו האחרון שיצא ב-2008 ושנקרא Sparks of Ancient Light.
After these processions comes the sweeping up, the rag and bone possessions on Old Tin Cup. The army trucks have hauled away the newly slain. The angry crowd retreats, but they'll be back again. And the prisoner in the palace does not understand the ingratitude around him after all he's done and planned. But if this is the way that it must be, then he'll be damned if he will let them take away his perfect dream. Ministers stuff banknotes into leather bags. Their wives have packed the jewelry and the luggage tags. The word is on the street now, growing day by day, and even the informers know to stay away. And the prisoner in the palace is appalled by this charade, feeling strangely unprotected by his miles of golden braid. And if this is the way that it must be, then unafraid he will not let them take away his perfect dream. And these mountains of equipment brought from foreign lands are now stacked up in the desert, being buried by the sand. These rows of helicopters, rusting where they stand, are butterflies to take away the perfect dream. He cried inside the limousine and at the airport too, while the soldier knelt before him and kissed his shoe. He flew across the desert and the open sea, while they tore down all his statues and his legacy. And the victor greets the newsman with his strange and stoic style. They take 100,000 pictures and in none of them a smile. But this is just the way that it must be now for a while. He's only come to bring another perfect dream.
Fishing boats go out across the evening water, smuggling guns and bombs across the Spanish border. The wind whips up the waves so loud, the ghost moon sails among the clouds, turns the rifles into silver on the border. On my wall the colors of the maps are running. From Africa the winds that talk of change is coming. Torches flare up in the night, the hand that sets the bombs alight has spread the word to those who are waiting on the border. In the village where I grew up, nothing seems the same. You never see the change from day to day. No one notices the customs slip away.
last night the rain was knocking on my window. I moved across the darkened room and in the lamp glow thought I saw down on the street the spirit of the century telling us we're all standing on the border. In the islands where I grew up, nothing seems the same. The pattern just remains an empty shell. There's a strangeness in the air you feel too well. Fishing boats go out across the evening water, smuggling guns and arms across the Spanish border. The wind whips up the waves so loud, the ghost moon sails among the clouds, turns the rifles into silver on the border. On the border. On the border. On the border. Peter White.
On the Border, מתוך האלבום Year of the Cat, בהופעה אקוסטית חיה. אל סטיוארט המשיך להופיע כל השנים הללו, חוץ מתקופת הקורונה כמובן, שבה לקח פסק זמן. בנובמבר הוא היה אמור להגיע להופעה ראשונה בארץ, אך הוא ביטל אותה בגלל המגפה. יש לקוות שההופעה הזאת תתקיים פה בארץ מתישהו, ואני כמובן אהיה הראשון להיות שם. זהו חברים, הגיע הזמן לסיים את החלק הזה ואת התוכנית כולה על אל סטיוארט. נסיים עם ביצוע ארוך במיוחד של Year of the Cat, גם הוא מאותה הופעה אקוסטית. אני מקווה שנהנתם לפחות כמוני, ועד הפעם הבאה תעשו כל מה שבא לכם ובעיקר תשמעו המון מוזיקה. יאללה ביי.
by time. You go strolling through the crowd like Peter Lorre contemplating a crime. She comes out of the sun in a soft dress, running like a watercolor in the rain. Don't bother asking for explanation, she'll just tell you that she came in the year of the cat. While she doesn't give you time for questions, she just locks up your arm and hers. You follow till your sense of which direction completely disappears. By the blue-tiled walls near the market stalls, there's a hidden door she leads you to. These days, she says, I feel my life just like a river running through the year of the cat. She looks at you so coolly. Her eyes, they shine like the moon and the sea. She comes in incense and patchouli. So you take her to find what's waiting inside the year of the cat. One morning comes, you're still with her, and the bus and the tourists are gone. You've thrown away your choice, lost your ticket, so you have to stay on. But the drumbeat strains of the night remain in the rhythm of the newborn day. You know, sometime you're bound to leave her, but for now you're gonna stay in the year of the cat. Oh, year of the cat.
All right, thank you.